Here we have a woman with an hourglass. Yeah? Okay? She's got her arm resting on a skull, which represents death. The thing that's above her head is called Oribus. It's a snake biting its tail. Okay? That represents Saturn. Okay? All halos that you see represent Saturn. All circles, the earrings that you wear, women, those earrings are a representation of time. And it comes out of Babylonia. It represents Saturn. Same thing with your wedding ring. This is obviously a picture from a society called the Rosicrucians, which is, I guess they're kind of like Masons. That's why she's holding a rose. But the hourglass and the Oribus above her head, so this is basically telling you that Eve, okay, the story of Adam and Eve, it was time. That was time. It wasn't a serpent as in a snake. It was a serpent as far as time, a sine wave. Okay? Let's take a look at this picture. Okay, here's good old Uncle Sam. What is it? There's a snake biting his tail, and what colors are they? Red and blue. The sine and the cosine wave that creates time. And if you look at the wings, look on his wings. There's a red and a blue. It's interesting that in politics, the Democrats are blue and the Republicans are red. There wouldn't be any occultic activity going on with those guys, would there? Okay, so you saw how that thing works, right? Okay, so let's look at this. This is interesting. And this is a very quick video, by the way. It's just backing up my work. So let's look at this little thing here. All right. You see it go around and around? You see the red colors? Red, yellow, blue, green? That's a time cube. But if we look at it, look how it's split into 4 sections. The circle is, right? Okay. Let's see where we've seen that before. There you go. There it is. You see it's on top of a church. It represents time and space. It has nothing to do with Jesus Christ. It has nothing to do with saving your soul. It has everything to do with a business. The 503, it's a government code. Churches don't pay taxes because it's nothing more than a government installation. And pretty much that's all that I really wanted to show you guys today. You know, the way that it's written out is, you know, you're going to hell because I sin. I'm going to hell because I sin. Why are we going to hell? Because our sin. You see? I wasn't making this stuff up. It's in the Bible. In the beginning, the deception, it's time. Okay, the serpent in the story of the Garden of Eden is time. In Revelations, which is the last book, it speaks about the beast. The beast is Saturn. It says, who can bring war against the beast? Nobody, because it's time. Okay? That thing is God. But it's their God. It's not mine. Because there's one higher than that one. You know, that's timeless. When, you know, people say infinity, like I told you yesterday, it's infinity. I-N, like inside. Finity means time. So you're in time. And as I stated yesterday, if you want to go and be with God for infinity, then you're speaking about the God that rules this world, and that's Saturn. And I want to show you something here real quick. Let me grab a piece of paper, if I can find one. Here we go. Let me get my pen. I'm going to show you something. I want to put something to bed here, just so people understand. Let me switch over to camera here. Okay. Give me 1 second. Here we go. Okay. Let me straighten this out. All right. So, we have it's interesting because the Masons have a red and blue lodge. Isn't that what a coincidence? So then we have, I'm going to show you the seal of Saturn. And here it is here. This is the seal of Saturn. You see it? That's the seal of Saturn. That's what it looks like. If you just do a little bit to the seal of Saturn, which is this, okay, okay, so I drew it again. You see it on the bottom here? I drew it again, right there. Let's watch when we connect the lines. Now you have the Star of David, which is really the seal of Solomon. And that goes back to the seal of Saturn, which you just saw. But I wanted to show you something else here. The seal of Saturn, you see how they're hard edges? You got points. The sine and the cosine wave are rolling. They're not hard edges, so they just disguised it by making it like this. So the seal of Saturn would really look like this. See it here? That's what it would look like. Instead of being sharp edges like that, okay, it would look like this. Interesting, right? I want to show you something else. There's a thing that people drive around with on their car. It's called a Jesus fish. And all that is a sine and a cosine wave where they're crossing, okay? Okay? Where they're crossing like that, you see the point, okay? Right here. And all they did is, right where they overlap, they connected the 2 points. And incidentally, this one over here, right there, in the occult, they use the crab as an occultic symbol, okay, which represents Saturn, and I'm going to show you why. Because all we got to do is put a couple of little claws on this dude. And there you got a crab. Because it's representing the seal of Saturn. Here's your Jesus fish. Okay? It comes from this. Which is this. You know, here's the cosine wave. So you'd have this. That becomes that. And that is your sine and your cosine wave. Okay? So now you understand this is still, it's all based on Saturn. It's all based on time and space. You know, I don't want to offend anybody's religious beliefs. I still believe in Jesus Christ. It doesn't change my mind one bit. But there's a lot of science involved in that book. A lot of those people didn't exist. A lot of those people are nothing more than values and sums. But it's a good moralistic book. It does represent the Son of God, my Savior, Jesus Christ. Aside from that, it's a great moralistic book. You know, but it's encoded messages. You know, I guarantee you, NASA knows more about that planet Saturn, trust me, than they're letting on to the public. Okay? They know way more about that because they've known about Saturn from the beginning of time. That planet is what rules this world, and as soon as the people understand that, the better off they're going to be. They just kept it hidden from you because there's laws in nature and physics. They don't want you or their competitors or whatever to get a hold of the knowledge, so they give it to you in a religious story form. But in reality, churches have nothing to do with looking out for your best interest. Gotta go.
Instead of is lost, you realize the sun doesn't go down. It's just an illusion caused by the world spinning round.